Hello viewers, welcome to MathTech. I am Amit Sharma. In this video, I am going to start a lecture series of abstract algebra for the student who want to crack CSIR NET, GATE, NBHM, TIFR, MSc Mathematics, IIT JAM. In this series, I will explain each topic in very concise and conceptual manner and will solve all the questions which have been asked in CSRNet, GATE, NBHM, TIFR, IIT JAM exam. This is part 1 of lecture 1. So without a delay, let's start. First definition is binary operation. A binary operation star on a non-empty set G associates two elements x and y of G to a third element x star y of G. For example, addition and multiplication are binary operations on the set of all integer. Means if you add and multiply two integers, resultant will be again an integer. Next is group. A non-empty set G equipped with binary operation star is said to be group if it is satisfying the following axioms. Axiom 1 is closure property. For all A, B belongs to G implies A star B belongs to G, then we say G is closed under binary operation star. Axiom 2, associativity. For all A, B, C belongs to G, we have A star B star C equal to A star B star C. Then we say G is associative under binary operation star. Axiom 3, existence of identity. There exists an element E belongs to G such that A star E equal to E star A equal to A for all A belongs to G. Then this E is called identity element of G. Axiom 4, existence of inverse. For every A belongs to G, there exists an element B belongs to G such that A star B equal to B star A equal to identity. Here B equal to A inverse is called inverse of A in G. If any non-empty set G equipped with binary operation star satisfy only the axiom 1, that is closure axiom, then G under binary operation star is known as groupoid. If any non-empty set G equipped with binary operation star satisfy only the axiom 1 and 2, that is closure and associativity, then G under binary operation star is known as semigroup. Furthermore, if any non-empty set G equipped with binary operation star satisfy only the axioms 1, 2 and 3, that is closure, associativity and existence of identity, then G under binary operation star is known as monoid. Examples of group. Question number 1. The question has been asked in NBHM MAMSC exam in 2009, 2010 and 2012. Question is, show that the set G containing 2 cross 2 matrix whose all elements are same, the element is not equal to 0 and belongs to real number, is a group with respect to multiplication. Let A and B belongs to G implies A and B are 2 cross 2 matrix whose all elements are same. Say A, here is B. Here A is not equal to 0 belongs to R and B is also not equal to 0 belongs to R. Now, product of AB is equal to a 2 cross 2 matrix whose all elements are 2AB. This is belongs to G for all A, B belongs to G. Why it is so? Because A is not equal to 0 belongs to R, B is also not equal to 0 belongs to R, and 2 is also not equal to 0, means 2 and 2A into B is not equal to 0 and also belongs to R. We know that matrix multiplication is associative, that is for all A, B, C belongs to G implies A into B into C equal to A into B into C. Let B is this belongs to G be the identity element or say matrix of G. implies A into B equal to A, which can be written as in the form of this, which can be simplified this. The two matrices are equal if and only if the corresponding element are same, implies 2AB should be equal to A, implies B is equal to 1 by 2, which is not equal to 0 and also belongs to R. So the 2 cross 2 matrix whose all elements are 1 by 2 is the identity element of G. Let B is the inverse of A in G, then A into B should be equal to identity matrix, which is 2 cross 2 matrix with all the entries 1 by 2, which can be further written as in the form of this, which is further simplified as this. Now two matrices are same if and only if the corresponding element are same, implies 2AB should be equal to 1 by 2, implies B is equal to 1 by 4A, which is not equal to 0 because A is also not equal to 0. This is belongs to R. So B, which is 2 by 2 matrix containing all the elements 1 by 4A, is the inverse of A in G. The set G satisfy all the four axioms 1, 2, 3 and 4 under multiplication. Hence G under multiplication is a group. Question number 2. Show that the set of integers Z under binary operation addition is a group. To prove Z under addition is group, we have to satisfy all the axioms of group. Let A comma B belongs to Z, then A plus B belongs to Z for all A comma B belongs to Z. Why it is so? Because sum of any two integer is again an integer. Thus Z is closed under addition. Z is associative under addition because it is a basic property of integers. Let A belongs to Z and 0 also belongs to Z, such that A plus 0 equal to 0 plus A equal to A for all A belongs to Z. Here 0 is the identity in Z under addition. Since E is equal to 0, which equal to A plus A inverse, here A inverse is minus A. We can write A plus of minus A equal to 0 for all A belongs to Z. All the four axioms of group are satisfied, implies Z under addition is a group. Similarly, the set of rational number under addition, set of real number under addition and set of complex number under addition is a group. A question arises in reader's mind. The above examples may give an impression in reader's mind that all or almost all sets with some binary operation star form a group, but this is not true. Let us find some example of set which does not form group under some binary operations. Next question number 3. Is set of integers Z form a group under multiplication? For all A comma B belongs to Z, we have A into B belongs to Z. Why it is so? Because product of any two integer is again an integer. The set of integer Z is associative under multiplication because it is a basic property of integers. For all A belongs to Z, there exists 1 belongs to Z, such that A into 1 equal to A equal to 1 into A. Let A belongs to Z. We cannot find an integer B such that AB equal to 1. Why it is so? For this, it required B should be 1 by A and 1 by A does not belongs to Z. Therefore, inverse does not exist. Implies set of integers Z doesn't form a group under multiplication. Similarly, the set of rational number under multiplication, set of real number under multiplication and set of complex number under multiplication is not a group. Why it is so? Because inverse of 0 does not belongs to these set. The set of integer under multiplication, set of rational number under multiplication, set of real number under multiplication and set of complex number under multiplication are monoid because they satisfy first three axioms of the group. Some important results. Number one, in group theory, the identity element E of group G depends upon the nature of the set and corresponding binary operation. Point number two, the value of identity element E is 1 for group G under binary operation multiplication. Point number three, the value of identity element E is 0 for group G under binary operation addition. Point number four, the identity element E of group G, if exists, is always unique. The inverse of each element of a group G, if exists, is always unique. Next is addition modulo. Addition modulo n is represented by A plus B under addition modulo n, where A, B belongs to Z and n is a fixed integer, and is defined as A plus B under addition modulo n equal to R for 0 less than equal to R less than n. Here R is the least non-negative integer when A plus B is divided by n. For example, 4 plus 3 under addition module 2 gives 1. That is, 1 is the least non-negative remainder when 4 plus 3 is divisible by 2. Next is multiplication modulo. Multiplication modulo n is represented by A multiplied by B under multiplication modulo n, where A, B belongs to Z and n is fixed integer, and is defined as A multiplied by B under multiplication modulo n equal to R for 0 less than equal to R less than n. Here R is least non-negative integer when A multiplied by B is divided by n. For example, 4 multiplied by 2 under multiplication module 3 gives 2. That is, 2 is the least non-negative remainder when 4 multiplied by 2 is divisible by 3. The binary operations addition modulo n and multiplication modulo n on the set 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1, which is denoted by Zn, known as integers modulo n, plays an extremely important role in abstract algebra. Next is group of integers modulo n. Question number 4. Show that the set Zn, which is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1, is a group under addition modulo n. This is known as group of integers modulo n. Let A, B belongs to Zn implies A plus B under addition modulo n belongs to Zn for all A, B belongs to Zn. Why it is so? Because A and B lies between 0 to n minus 1. When we add A plus B and divide it by n, the remainder is also lie between 0 to n minus 1. Let A, B, C belongs to Zn. Then we have A under addition modulo n, B under addition modulo n C equal to A under addition modulo n B under addition modulo n C for all A, B, C belongs to Zn, because associativity is the basic property of integers. As 0 belongs to Zn implies A plus 0 under addition modulo n equal to A equal to 0 plus A under addition modulo n for all A belongs to Zn. Let A belongs to Zn, then n minus A also belongs to Zn, such that A plus n minus A under addition modulo n equal to 0, which is equal to n minus A plus A under addition modulo n for all A belongs to Zn. Hence, Zn under addition modulo n is a group. Inverse of element in Zn means how to find the inverse element in Zn. Let A belongs to Zn, then the inverse of A is n minus A in Zn. Question number 5. Find the inverse of each element of Z4. Now, Z4 contains 0, 1, 2, 3. The inverse of 0 is 0. Why it is so? Because 4 minus 0 is 0. When we divide it by 4, the remainder is 0. Next, the inverse of 1 is 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. And inverse of 2 is 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. And inverse of 3 is 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. Group under multiplication modulo n. Question number 6. Show that the set un n greater than n containing those natural numbers such that 1 is less than equal to x less than n and GCD of x comma n is 1 is a group under multiplication module n. This is known as group under multiplication module n. Let a comma b belongs to un implies the GCD of a comma n is 1 and GCD of b comma n is 1. Since GCD of an and GCD of bn is 1 implies GCD of ab comma n is also 1 implies ab belongs to un for all a comma b belongs to un. For all a comma b comma c belongs to un, we have a into bc equal to ab into c. Since n is greater than 1 and GCD of 1 comma n is 1 implies 1 belongs to un such that 1 into a equal to a into 1 for all a belongs to un. For all a belongs to un implies GCD of a comma n is equal to 1, which implies ax congruent to 1 mod n has solution. That is, x exists with respect to multiplication module n implies x belongs to un such that ax equal to 1 under multiplication modulo n. Hence, un is a group under multiplication modulo n. This is an important note. It should be noted that the question 4 and 6 are distinguished from questions 1 and 2 in some manner. Why it is so? The group in questions 4 and 6 have finite number of elements, where the group in questions 1 and 2 have infinite number of elements. Next is finite and infinite group. A group G is called finite group if it contains finite number of elements, otherwise it is infinite group. The number of elements in G is known as order of G and is denoted by this or O of G. Next is order of Zn. The order of Zn is n. For example, the order of Z10 is 10. Why it is so? Because here n is 10. Is order of un is n? The answer is no. Let us find order of un for particular n. Question number 7. Find the order of u10. We know that the u10 contain those natural numbers such that 1 is less than equal to x less than 10 and GCD of x comma 10 is 1, which is 1, 3, 7 and 9 implies the order of u10 is 4. Is there any way to find order of un without calculating its element? The answer is yes. For this, we have to introduce a function phi n known as Euler's phi function. Next is Euler's phi function. A mapping phi from natural number to natural number defined by phi n, which is equal to x belongs to natural number such that 1 is less than equal to x less than equal to n and GCD of x comma n is 1 is called Euler's phi function. Results of Euler phi function. First, phi of Pn is equal to p to the power n minus p to the power n minus 1, where p is prime number. 2. Phi of Mn is equal to phi of m phi of n if GCD of m comma n is 1. Question number 8. Find phi of 10. Phi of 10 can be written as phi of 5 into 2. Here GCD of 5 and 2 is 1, which can be written as phi of 5 times phi of 2, which is 4 times 1, which is equal to 4, means the phi of 10 is 4. Order of un. The order of un is phi of n. Question number 9. Find the order of u15. The order of u15 is equal to phi of 15. which can be simplified as phi of 5 into 3, which can be further written as phi of 5 into phi of 3, which can be written as 4 times 2, which is equal to 8. Question number 10. Find order of U25. The order of U25 is phi of 25, which can be written as phi of 5 square, which can be written as 5 square minus 5 to the power 1, which is equal to 20. Some important sets. Number 1, UC, which is equal to C star, which is equal to C minus 0, means exclude 0 from complex number, contain x belongs to complex number such that x inverse exists with respect to multiplication. The set is known as units of C. 2, U of R, which is equal to R star, which is equal to R minus 0, means exclude 0 from R and contain those elements from R such that x inverse exists with respect to multiplication. This set is known as units of R. Third, U of Q, which is equal to Q star, which is equal to Q minus 0, means exclude 0 from the set of rational number, contains those rational number such that x inverse exists with respect to multiplication. This set is known as units of Q. 4, U of Z equal to Z star equal to Z minus 0, means exclude 0 from set of integer, contain those element from set of integer such that x inverse exists with respect to multiplication. This set is known as units of Z, which implies u of z is 1 and minus 1 because all other integer does not have multiplicative inverse. 5. Unit of uzi, where zi is Gaussian integer, contain 1, minus 1 iota and minus iota. 6. Unit of uzn is equal to zn star, which is equal to u of n, means multiplication model n. Question number 11. Find the number of units in Z120. The units in Z120 is u of Z120, which is equal to Z120 star, which is equal to u of 120. The number of units in Z120 equal to order of U120, which is equal to phi of 120, which can be further written as phi of 2 cube into 3 into 5, which is further written as phi of 2 cube into phi of 3 into phi of 5, which is 4 times 2 times 4 equal to 32. Means we have 32 units in Z122, or you can say that there are 32 elements which have multiplicative inverse in Z120. Next is general linear. The set of all n cross n invertible matrix over field F. It is denoted by GLNF and is defined as GLNF contain those n cross n matrix such that determinant is not equal to 0 and all the elements are belongs to the field F. Next is special linear. It is denoted by SLNF and is defined as SLNF contains those matrix from GLNF whose determinant is 1. Next is general linear group. Question number 12. Show that GLNF is a group with respect to matrix multiplication. This is known as general linear group. We know that GLNF is defined as A, which is n cross n matrix such that determinant is not equal to 0 and all the elements belongs to the field F. Let A comma B belongs to GLNF. Then determinant of A is not equal to 0 and determinant of B is also not equal to 0. Now the determinant of AB is determinant of A into determinant of B, which is not equal to 0. Hence AB belongs to GLNF for all A comma B belongs to GLNF. For all A comma B comma C belongs to GLNF. We have A into B into C equal to A into B into C. The identity matrix belongs to GLNF because the determinant of I is not equal to 0, such that A into I equal to I into A equal to A for all A belongs to GLNF. Let A belongs to GLNF such that determinant of A is not equal to 0 implies A inverse exists. Now, the determinant of A inverse is 1 upon determinant of A, which is not equal to 0. Then A inverse belongs to GLNF such that A into A inverse equal to identity equal to A inverse into A. Hence, GLNF is a group under matrix multiplication. Order of GLNF. If F is Q, R, C, that is set of rational number, set of real number, set of complex number, that is if F is infinite field, then order of GLNF is infinity. If we take n equal to 1, then GL1F is F star, which is equal to F minus 0, means exclude 0 from the field F, and order of GL1F is infinity. If F is ZP, where P is prime number, that is F is a finite field, then order of GLNF is equal to P to the power n minus P to the power n minus 1 into P to the power n minus P to the power n minus 2 and so on up to P to the power n minus 1. If order of GLN ZP is P to the power k into m and GCD of P comma m is 1, then the value of k is n into n minus 1 by 2. Let us find the order of GL2 Z3. Here P is 3 and n is 2, which is equal to 3 square minus 3 into 3 square minus 1, which is equal to 48. Special linear group. Question number 13. Show that SLNF is a group under matrix multiplication known as special linear group. We know that SLNF contains those matrices from GLNF whose determinant is 1. Let A comma B belongs to SLNF. Then determinant of A is 1 and determinant of B is 1. Now the determinant of AB is determinant of A into determinant of B, which is equal to 1. Hence AB belongs to SLNF for all A comma B belongs to SLNF. For all A comma B comma C belongs to SLNF, we have A into B into C equal to A into B into C because SLNF is a subset of GLNF. The identity matrix also belongs to SLNF because the determinant of I is 1 such that A into I equal to I into A equal to A for all A belongs to SLNF. That A belongs to SLNF, then determinant of A is 1 implies A inverse exists. The determinant of A inverse is 1 upon determinant of A, which is equal to 1. Then A inverse also belongs to SLNF such that A into A inverse equal to I, which is equal to A inverse into A. Hence, SLNF is a group under matrix multiplication. Order of SLNF. If F is Q, R, C means set of rational number, set of real number and set of complex number, that is F is infinite field, then order of SLNF is infinity. If we take n to be 1, then order of SL1F is 1. If F is ZP, where P is a prime number, that is F is a finite field, then order of SLNF is order of GLNF divided by P minus 1, which is equal to P to the power n minus P to the power n minus 1 into P to the power n minus P to the power n minus 2 and so on up to P to the power n minus 1 divided by P minus 1. For example, let us find the order of SL2Z3. Here P is 3 and n is 2, which is equal to 3 square minus 3 into 3 square minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 24. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. If you have any query, comment to me. Thank you.